Hey there, it's Kimberly here with Knit for Brains, and today we're going to be talking about some WIPs, getting ready for our big trip coming up, and so I'm going to be pulling together some projects, and yes, it's really cold, I'm wearing mittens, so stay tuned. It's cold! Call me a snowflake, I don't care, but we have some weather. Look at me, you guys, this is crazy. This is this is the Saturday before Easter. So when you read this, you see it's going to be a couple days later. Happy Easter, by the way. It's so cold. I don't know if you guys can see what's happening outside my window. Maybe not, but it's like there's rain out there and it's cold. And the Brit, my man, he made me this really yummy tea. It's called like Super C or something like that, because I was a little under the weather this past week, a little stuffy nose and whatever else. So anyways, I don't know if you guys can see can you see that? Look at that. It's got orange peels in it. Here, just smell. It's like pure orange. It is so good. It's almost gone, but look at all the goodness in there. I know. It's not tea. It's basically dried fruit compote. I totally get that, but it's really, really good. Anyways, so I'm just putting that little guy over there, finishing up my tea. Wanted to show you one of the things I finished, and oh Lord, has this been a big, oof, upside my head. Why did I do this? But it's almost done. So it's going to be done hopefully for our cruise, which we go on this week. We're very, very excited. But I wanted to show you what I decided to bring on the cruise. And then I wanted to introduce you to, there's so much, right? I want to introduce you to a company that you may not be aware of. Maybe you do. I am in love with these guys, and they ship international. So for all of my peeps out there who are like, this company doesn't ship to the UK or to New Zealand or to Australia or to wherever, these guys do, because they're based out of the UK, but they're awesome. And the company is called LoveCrafts. So we're going to be talking about them today as well. Let me have a little bit of tea here. It's so good. What is so great about this tea is I don't care whether it's hot or whether it's cold, because I have a very, very, very bad habit. The Brit will tell you. He likes his tea hot. He's Brit. He likes to drink his tea hot. It's done. Me, I get it, and then I go scattered. I'm like, I go over here, and next thing you know, my tea is ice cold. He's like, how can you do that? I'm like, I'll just nuke it. But this tea here, you can drink it hot or cold. I'll even add sparkling water on top of that. That's how good this tea is. I have no affiliation. I'm just telling you, go out and get yourself some David's tea if you like good tea. If you're British or you are a tea snob, and I don't mean that just unkindly, but I have one of those things. You probably won't like this tea. You're not going to like this tea because there's no tea in it. But if you're like me, a little bit of snowflake with your tea, and you just like to drink it because it's nice, warm, and tastes good, you got to be checking out the David's tea. Yeah, David's tea. This is the mug. All right, let's get it going. So why did I hate this project? I didn't hate this project. It's just it took so long. Now, this is the project, and it happens to come from, I got it on LoveCrafts. It's by Paintbox Yarns, which they have a lot of, which I have a lot of, and I'm going to show you because this stuff is the bomb. It's the yarn bomb. Anyways, so this is a sweater that I was making, and I happened to find this pattern because I had a couple of skeins of this Paintbox yarn, and this is called Tequila Sunrise, and I was like, it's so pretty. Then I happened to find a pattern that was using that exact yarn. So what did I do? I just had to go and buy more of it, as we all do, and I found it on LoveCrafts. So the thing I don't like about it is it's knitting, and dang if it don't take a long time. I started this project back in January, and the goal was that I would have it finished in plenty of time for this cruise. I thought this cruise that we're coming up on, we're going to be going through the Panama Canal. We're going to be going to Cartagena, Colombia. There's going to be a lot of live episodes on this ship. I don't know how it's going to manage. I might just make a post and say, hey, I'm going to be live, or maybe I'm just going to show up live and you'll get notification. I don't know, because we've got some excursions and the time difference, so just bear with me, but just know that we're going to be doing some cool stuff. Cartagena, Colombia specifically, man, that place, people are like, you're going to die. Probably maybe 20 years ago, 30 years ago, yeah, you could have died. And I'm not saying it's not like, it's not like Disneyland, but it's so cool. And you have to walk through this, they call it a zoo. It's really like an aviary, a bird aviary, but they're just, you're like walking to the ship and all of a sudden this little monkey lands on your shoulder, or a peacock crosses your path, or a parrot decides to land on your shoulder. Like, it's kind of pretty intense. So I'm hoping that I can be able to go live, because I don't know what the internet's going to be like, and take you there as I'm walking through it. If I can't go live, I'm going to record it, and then I'll get back to the ship, and then I'll let you see it. But either way, you're going to see it, and it's amazing. We were there about a year ago this time, and I was like, what the heck? How do people not know about this? So if you've never been to Cartagena, Colombia, or through the Panama Canal, or all the other places, just, hang with me. Tell your friends, send them over here, because we're going to be going there, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. All right, so this is the sweater that I was making, and I'm going to show it to you, even though I have one side left. I'm not going to put it on because it's just too cold outside. But this is the sweater. I finished the one sleeve. I literally just have to make the other sleeve here. But it's beautiful. I'm really loving it. It's got some really, really pretty drape to it. It's cotton with, so specifically, it is 55% cotton and 45% polyamide. Let me explain. The cotton part is the orange strands there. The polyamide is that shiny pink stuff. So together, it's like a 50-50, but it's this beautiful. Now, they had it in different colors. They had it in kind of like a pale pink and like a beige. They have it in this color, which is Tequila Sunrise. They have it in the blues and greens. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to give you guys the link for their website. Plus, if you go to my bio, which is at the top of my YouTube page, all of the links for like the Ophire hooks or the furls hooks or We Crochet or all the things I talk about, all the things that I love, I'm putting that link up there as well. So even if you don't find it in the video, all you got to do is just pop up to my bio and all the links are up there. And this yarn happens to currently be on sale. So anyways, this is it. It is called Pink Box Metallic is the color, or is the type rather. And then the color is called Tequila Sunrise. Only a weird little thing happened. Let me see which side it was on. Yeah. Okay. So I bought all the colors, but to be fair, I did have one of the colors I had it ahead of time, and then I bought a 10-pack. But look what happened here. See that? You can totally see the line difference. See that? From like, here to here. I don't care. It's fine. But that wasn't me. That was just the change in the yarn. As I'm looking at it, I think the cotton was a brighter orange than it was up here. That's the only difference. But it's fine. It's just something I wanted to have on the ship. We're off the ship, whatever. And then this turns out to be about a 3/4 length sleeve. The actual pattern takes it all the way down to the bottom. See down here? Y'all. And comment below if this is you, because you got to do this you got to feel this way at some point. At the end of a project, do you just go like, oh my God, when this is going to be done? Do you ever feel that way? I really get that way with crochet. Not with crochet. I really, really get that way with knitting. I'm like, when is this going to be done? This is a very fast 4-pattern repeat. It's just, I'm sorry. I get like, yarn ADD or something, or hyper, whatever. I'm just like, I want to go on to the next project. So it's been not super joyful finishing this project, but I swear I was going to do it. And I was like, I'm so done with this thing. I don't want to make these long sleeves. I want to make them short sleeves. So I basically stopped at about a 3/4 sleeve. And then I put it on and I was like, actually, you know what? I kind of like that 3/4 sleeve length. It goes below the elbow, because you don't like the weenus. This is the weenus part of the elbow. If you didn't know it, that's actually a real term. It's called the weenus, swear to God. And it's this area right here of the elbow. That's the weenus. And, sometimes you get a little bit of fat back there. I was like, I don't want to show my weenus. But so it comes right to about here. I'm sorry. It just sounds so weird and funny to say, don't show your weenus, because it sounds horrible, but it's not. It's this area right here. Okay. Okay, I'm moving on, but sorry, I got the giggles today. All right, anyway, so I'm not showing my weenus with this sweater. I'm very happy about that. And it's pretty much done. You'll just see this, you'll see me wearing it, and you'll go, oh, she finished it, because right now it's like a sleeve and then nothing. Okay, moving on from that. So this is Paint Box yarn that I found. So let's talk a little bit about LoveCrafts, shall we? LoveCrafts, I don't know how I found them. Found them a long time ago. And the prices have always been amazing. Their patterns are fun. They have this huge pattern library for both knitting and crochet. They also have embroidery. They also have stitchery and fabrics. They're kind of like a one-stop shop. But their quality is really, really great. I think I found them because I was doing a cowl, a crochet along. Actually, it's the one that's back here on my chair that you sometimes can see right now. It's in the blur. The colors were really vibrant, and I was using Paint Box DK is what the yarn was called. It's 100% acrylic, so it's like a really, really cheap price point. But it's a beautiful, beautiful yarn. Let me see if I can actually find some scraps of it. Hold on one second. Okay, I was wrong. It was not called Paint Box. It is called Stylecraft Special. Okay. And these are the colors. These are some of the colors, but they're so vibrant. And I think these were like maybe $3 a skein. It's so affordable. I can't even get over it. And this is a weight of a 3, I believe. Well, see, sometimes with the Europeans, they don't show you the weights. But if you look at this, this is a weight of 3 to me. That's a weight of a 3. Anyways, so these are just some, I got a cowl, right? So these were coming, this is like a hot pink, and that's the color that you see. This is a Kelly green. This is a gold. So these are all part of my, this cowl that is behind me. Not only is it a WIP, but it's like a lost WIP. Like, I can't actually find the project. So I got all these yarns. I can't finish it because I can't find the project, but I know I have to finish it. And it was gorgeous. When I do find it and I do finish it, and it's massive. It's almost like a bedspread. So how I lost it, I don't know. I don't know how I lost it, but I found the yarns for it. I just can't find the rest of it. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. Anyways, and I do have to finish it because it's going to be magnificent. Anyways, getting back to the point, this is LoveCrafts. This is where it came from, these guys. So I wanted to show you some of the other yarns from LoveCraft as well. Again, Paint Box. Now, I don't know if Paint Box is their specific brand. I think it is just a brand that they carry. But I have a lot of Paint Box, and it's beautiful. They carry other lines as well. They carry Malabrigos. I got this Debbie Bliss from them. Debbie Bliss is a real popular brand, specifically back like in the UK. So all my UK peeps, you're definitely going to know about Debbie Bliss. She's got some beautiful patterns, a lot of knitting, but you know, it's funny. Like they'll say, here's yarn. Do you want knitting yarn or do you want crochet yarn? Is that a trick question? Because, is that a trick question? I mean, come on. Anyways, so you can use the yarn for whatever you want to do, crochet or knit, right? Anyways, so Debbie Bliss has, I think it's mostly knit patterns. I don't think I've seen a crochet pattern. I just could be wrong, but maybe I haven't seen it. Anyways, but this Debbie Bliss, this was a cashmere merino Aran weight, extra fine merino wool and cashmere. I got it when I was making that big granny square sweater, and I thought I had the right content, but the wrong weight. Anyways, so I got this from LoveCrafts as well. I got this from LoveCrafts. I made a really cute sweater last year in this bubblegum pink, and I liked it so much I got it in this aqua blue as well. This is 100% acrylic. This is a bulky weight of 6, also from LoveCrafts. Very, very affordable. And you can get it either in single skeins, or you can get it like in a 5-pack bundle, or sometimes a 10-pack, depending on the yarn, and then you get it at a really good price point. So I think like I got 10 of these for $40, because I think normally, and then they were on sale. They're always running sales. Anyways, why am I telling you this? Because if you don't know about these guys, you got to check it out, okay? Because they have phenomenal yarns, huge selection. Really great prices. Their library of patterns is so deep for both knitting and crochet, and most of them are actually free. You can find so many, and what's nice too is you can store them in their own little website. So, you know, like you can go over there and just keep them there. Anyways, I love them. So I found this pattern there, and then the yarn and the whole 9 yards. Now, or whatever it was I needed. Now, it is a UK company, so you do have to be a little careful that you just make sure if you are getting a pattern that you make sure that they're in both UK and US terms, or usually they have a US terms translation. So what else did I get there? So these are also some yarns that I got from Paintbox or from LoveCrafts. This one here and these, and I got these in one of the bag deals that they were probably on sale. And I've got enough to make like an Afghan or something kind of, and this is that boho nouveau color that all the kids are going with. So I just wanted to share this company with you. I'm including the link below. You got to check them out because the prices are amazing and they ship all over. They go to UK, New Zealand, Australia, US, everywhere, and the prices are really good. And, you know, they do have like, I think if I spend $45, you get free shipping and whatever else. So that is LoveCrafts. Go check them out. And like I said, they also have some name brands as well. They even have some Lion Brand on there too. I mean, if you really want to go to Lion Brand and to go to the UK to get Lion Brand shipped to you if you're in the US. I don't know. All right, so that is my WIP. So it's my WIP WIP Hooray, which, by the way, is the new term I'm going to be using. And I have coined it. If someone else is using it, well, okay, whatever. Maybe I can't copyright it. But that's going to be my session. So this is my WIP WIP Hooray segment. All right, moving on. I've been talking about this trip that we're going on. And I'm excited. So I think I spend more time planning my projects and what I'm going to be packing for the trip as far as what projects I'm going to do than I do on the clothes. So I wanted to show you, I've been looking and stuff like that, and I don't want to bring like all this yarn. My goal is, what can I bring that's not a lot of yarn, but something that I can either wear on the trip or, you know, so it's a little bit more efficient. So, the last trip I was on, and some of you who recently joined, my recent subscribers, you might not have seen this, and everybody was just like, it's gorgeous, and thank you. And it was a very, it is my own pattern. It was very simple, but I think she, because I actually named her, is definitely one of my masterpieces. This was my Starry Night shawl that I made, and I got so many compliments on this. Even my husband, I had a friend come over one time. He goes, I want you to see what she made. And he went upstairs into the closet, which is fine because we share the closet. And he pulled this out to show my friend because he was that proud of it. And she is truly, I think, beautiful. And this, it's a Starry Night assigned pooling. And I've talked about her before. This is Carla with Purple Lamb Fibers. I absolutely love her. She's out of Austin, Texas. She just does an amazing job as far as dyeing. She's an independent dyer, and this came from her. She does a phenomenal job with this kind of niche yarn called assigned pooling. And I say niche because a lot of people don't know about it. They don't know how to use it. There's not really a lot of patterns out there for it. And even if there are, most of them are knit. And she had a knit pattern that she was featuring for this. And I loved the yarn, fell in love with it. It's called, okay, if you can't guess what it's called, comment below. Okay, if you don't know what it's called, the yarn is called Starry Night, Van Gogh Starry Night. I mean, duh, right? Of course, that's exactly what it's called because that's what it looks like. And so the pattern was a knit pattern, but when you knitted, and then the idea is that when you come up on the yellow, then you do, in this particular pattern, you would do a star in the knit, and the rest of it was like a garter stitch, which is fine, but when you came up on this, the stitch ended up becoming like a hole, and it didn't speak to me. I didn't like it. I was like, that looks sloppy. So I thus created my own, and it was knit, and so I thus created my own pattern, crochet, because I know myself, I'm like, knit, and I'll go finish it, probably. So this is all crochet. It is literally single stitch crochet, and then when I came up on the yellow, I would just do a bobble, and the bobbles tended to be about 15 yarn overs, 15 loops to get all the yellow through. Then I pulled it and then I finished it out. But that's how this, and then I just did the fringe on the ends. So this is assigned pooling yarn. This was my Van Gogh Starry Night. I so loved this, loved what Carla was doing. I'm probably going to bring this on the ship for one of the nights because it's a showstopper and it's nothing that I did. I think, if anything, I showcased this yarn in such a beautiful way. If I take a compliment anywhere, it's just that I was able to really, really showcase the beauty of this yarn. Because other than that, it's, yeah, I just love it. And it got this really nice dense fabric. You guys can see that. But it's literally a single stitch and bobbles. So it's nothing crazy. I think I really captured the beauty of this yarn. So I kind of have a little crush, a little yarn romance with Carla from Purple Lamp Fibers. And I ended up getting some more yarn from her a while back. And these are those yarns that you kind of sit with and you go, it has to be perfect. Whatever I choose to make with this, it has to be perfect. So they've been sitting in my stash for a while. I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. And I have decided. So these are more yarns from Purple Lamp Fibers. And I'll include the website below. Carla's super nice. And like I said, she always gives you, I've said before, she gives you these really sweet little felt wool balls, and she douses them in lavender because lavender is a really good moth deterrent. And so if you don't want it, you just tell her no, thank you, please. But otherwise, your box arrives with this really sweet little yarn lavender. So they smell like lavender. It's wrapped in purple. It's a beautiful gift to yourself when they arrive. So these are assigned poolings that Carla made as well. And this is the Colorado Hair Streak. And that's named after a butterfly. There's a butterfly called the Colorado Hair Streak butterfly. There, I said it. This is the stained glass sock, right? And this was a butterfly collection that she had that she no longer has that I've seen. But you see here, you can see the little black and white area, that's called stained glass. And so the yarn comes white and then she dyes it. And so the stained glass ends up showing up. The pooling, as I have here in my Starry Night, is going to come up in the orange here. So it's going to be a lot of purple, and then you're going to have these beautiful pops of orange. I literally bought the last two skeins that she had. As a matter of fact, I bought these when I was on my last cruise making this guy, and I loved it so much because we were there like one of the big shopping days or something, and she was offering a holiday, a Christmas sale, and I was like, oh, and I ran in and I grabbed the last two skeins. While I was on the cruise knitting that, I bought this. So I think it's sort of prophetic that now I'm going on another cruise making this. She only had two. She also had this is another one of her assigned pooling yarns. This one is called Peacock Feathers. It's just beautiful. This is beautiful, 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 gorgeous. This one she still has in stock. So what I did was I've ordered two more of these. So now I've got 5, and I'm going to do these together. And I'm going to alternate the colors. I'm going to go Peacock Feathers, Hair Streak Butterfly, Peacock Feather, Hair Streak Butterfly, Peacock. So I'm going to have 5, right? And that's how I think I'm going to do it. All right, would you like to know what I'm going to make with it? Again, because it was like, ooh, it's got to be something special. And I don't really want to do another one of these. Although it could be beautiful, I'm not doing that. I have found this, and I've been following her YouTube channel, and y'all should do it as well. Her channel is called Cherry Heart, and her name is Sandra Paul, and she's out of the UK. Her space where she crochets and knits, she does crochet, knit, and quilting and all this. She has this beautiful little, what turns out, I think it was like a little shed in her backyard, like a gardener's shed or a little granny flat or something. And it just was set up so beautiful, little twinkly fairy lights, and sometimes she would just play music and sit in there, and you're just like, oh, I just want to be there with her. I just loved her stuff, what she was doing, and anyways, so I've been following her channel for a while, and she has a lot of patterns, some of which are on LoveCrafts, believe it or not, and also a place called the Wool Warehouse, which is also a UK company. Anyways, and she also has them on Ravelry. So I found this guy, and it is called the Bubbles and Berries Scarf. Isn't that adorable? So she basically took a bunch of Advent skeins and, that she just kind of had left over, and she decided to make this, this scarf. And it calls for 2,000 yards, which is 5 of these guys, because each one of these is 400 yards. So I've got 5, so I'm going to have right up on 2,000. It's perfect. This is what it's going to look like. So this is the chart. So it's basically just double crochets, and then when you run into these pops, you do. Now, hers are in a pattern. I get that. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the pattern with these guys because I'm going to be going to this bobble, which is really, she calls it a berry. It's not exactly a bobble because there's some chains into it. It makes a little bit more of a hole. Here's a good picture. Let me see if I can show you a super good picture. You see here how it shows like a little bit of a hole like that. That's what I think it's gonna be gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's where I'm gonna put the assigned pooling. So I'm just gonna go along until I get to that, and then I'm gonna pop it in there. Don't quite know how I'm gonna do the other holes up in there. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But anyways, this is the pattern that I'm gonna be doing with this yarn. And another thing that I found interesting, she says that it's a 24-day pattern or project. Now, I don't know how. It says this inventive designs, creating an edge as you work. Each section makes for a simple finish and the ideal 24-day project. How do you know what a 24-day, like, I'm curious to see, does that mean I crochet 24 hours a day for 24 days? I don't think so, but do you know, do you say in here how many hours a day you crochet to do it a 24-hour project? I'm not sure, but I thought that was interesting. I was like, well, that's about right. So anyways, so this is the one project I'm taking. So I'm going to bag it up because you guys can get to watch me bag. I am waiting for my other skeins to show up, and I am going to have to wind them before I leave. But that's okay. So when you see this again, you're going to see these caked. And it's interesting to see the difference between, so this is what it is now, right? And then when you see it caked, it's going to look totally different because you're going to see where the pooling really shows up. When I first started looking at these, I'm like, that pooling is going to be huge blocks of color, but it's not actually. It's really interesting how it goes away. So here, the browns and the greens are your main color, and then this pops of blue and green is going to be the bobble or the berry or whatever you're going to call it. So I'm doing my yarn yarn technique here. So I got it. I'm just going to go in my little project bag like so. The other project that I found of hers that I loved is this guy. And it's kind of a little bit of a different take on the granny square. And it's this guy. It's called Florence, and it's one of her brand new patterns. She just launched it. It's a top. It's a little crocheted top. So little granny squares going on. But I thought, oh my gosh, this is really cute. And I believe she uses a paint box yarn in here. I could be wrong. Let me look and see. She recommends using Stylecraft Natural. So Stylecraft is this one that I was telling you about. This brand. Okay. But they have a naturals line. So she probably got this through LoveCrafts. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure she did. Anyways, I went and got this on her website. And then which I ended up going through Ravelry. And if you guys are on Ravelry, look me up. It's Knit for Brains SD. So look me up and then become my friend. Anyway, so I got this. And I thought this would be a really great project to use up the yarns that I just got from Lion Brand. All right. These are the cotton, bamboo, linen yarns that I got. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I've got it in this is the evergreen. Then I got it in this purple hazed heather. And then I also got it in this sage color, which I think is really pretty. So I think I'm going with the sage. Oh, and I also got it in denim because it was all on sale. Y'all remember, I got it here as well. So I'm probably going to go with the sage color and bring these with. I also have this yarn that I got that I've had it for quite a while. It's in a little basket here next to me. This is by Lang Yarns, and it's called Kylie. And I thought that was really pretty as well. So, but I thought those are going to make really pretty, just kind of loose little summery tops. So this is going to be my other project that I am taking. Let me find my little Ziploc bag. So I'm putting the pattern in there. As I do, and I'm going to look up the crochet hook size that I need, which is going to be a 4mm hook. I think that's right. So this guy is going to go in here, the pattern. This is the hard part of my packing, people. This is the hard part. So I'm not sure. I might bring both because if I have enough time on my hands, then maybe I will be doing more than one top. Who knows? We have some excursions planned. We are going to Cartagena, Colombia, which I told you about, Punta Costa Rica, Huatulco, Mexico. One of the excursions is going to be going through the Panama Canal. I'm grabbing these other yarns here. We're going to be doing the solar eclipse, so I'm hoping to show that to you as we go through. See, isn't this pretty? Putting that guy in here. Sorry. I like to have choices. I like to have choices. Okay. Who knows? And I could change my mind, but this is what I'm looking at right now. And yeah, this is actually really pretty yarn. It's very, very soft. Oh gosh, had more than I thought. This might actually not work for this project because I have more than I thought. It is 56% cotton, 25% silk, 15% wool, and 6% viscose. It's beautiful. It's 150 meter for per ball. So that is about 150 meters. I don't know. That's really pretty. I might end up making like another little sweater or top with those, but I might have more yarn than I need for this project, and so maybe I don't want to, because I'd like to use all the yarn on one project. Anyways, boom. Here you go. 2 down, people. Very exciting. All right. The other yarn that I had, and I don't think I'm going to bring it. I might do something else with it, is this Touch of Linen, which would be great for that, but I don't think I'm going to bring it just yet. So we'll keep those in we'll put these in my little yarn bowl here. This little yarn bowl sits on my table, and this is sort of like the what's up next bowl. So let's put my little guys in the what's up next bowl, shall we? So much to talk about. And I do have more yarn coming. So updates on the mistake sagas last week. I reached out to Premier and said, you didn't send me all the yarn. They said, oh gosh, we're so sorry. And they're sending me 4 more skeins. They're not sending me the full 5-pack. At least that's what they said. I don't care. I'm not trying to, cheat anybody. I just want to get what I ordered. Then I reached out to Furls because they sent me 2 size M's. And whereas Premier said, no problem. We trust you. We'll just send it. Premier said, please take a picture of the sales order with the initials of the person, so I'm really sorry if I got somebody in trouble, that showed that I did order the M and the N, and then I had to take a picture of the hooks that I did get, which were the 2 M's, and I had to send one of them back. That's fine. That's fine. Not cheating. And they're sending me a new N hook, I think. I hope that's what they're sending me. I said they sent 2 M's. I hope they're going to realize that. But anyway, so I should be getting that this week as well. Yeah, so that's the saga. So both of them did rectify the error, but Furls made me jump through some hoops for it. Whatever. Fair is fair. Just just give me what I asked for. That's all I care about. Just do what I asked. And I get it. People make mistakes. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so that's all exciting there. I do have some stuff coming in the mail, and if they arrive this week, I will go ahead and do. One is from Hobby. Hobbii. I've talked about them before, and they had some of their grab bags. So I grabbed a couple, so we're going to do a little surprise unboxing there, or unbagging rather. And then We Crochet, and I placed this order so long ago that I totally forgot, because usually they're like super Johnny on the spot sending stuff, so I don't quite know what happened. But it was the Eloise Crochet, if you've ever followed her channel, and she was doing a surprise bag from her on her little, whatever, I don't know, something is exciting in that bag, and that's coming. So that should be arriving this week. If I get it, I'll do a little unboxing there as well, but it's Eloise Crochet or Eloise Rose. Anyways, but it's Eloise something, and they were featuring her to do a grab bag. I was like, yes, please. I love her channel as well. So when I do that, I will feature her channel in my YouTube video. So those are coming. Hopefully they'll come this week. All right. So continuing on with what I'm packing, got my yarn packed up. I'm bringing this wonderful. This guy is like the one-stop shop bag. This one I got from We Crochet. I opened it a couple weeks ago, and in it came with a pair of scissors, these guys, a little tape measure, a stitch counter, stitch markers, the whole shebang right in here. It was amazing. And then these little guys I've purchased over the years from them. And I'm going to put these in there as well because it's a great little one-stop shop. This one here gives you your yarn sizes. So if you're like, and I always, as much as I crochet and knit, I'm like, oh, what is a 3 again? What is a light? What's a sport weight? What's a DK weight? I still forget. So this little guy here, I just carry it with me and it's going to tell me that's what this is. That's what, so I thought this is super useful. So I got this guy. And then this one here is a crochet hook sizer. So I'm going to put these in my little bag, my trusty bag in here. Okay. So this is all set to go. This is going to go in my project bag along with my yarns. See how organized? I just love, I get obsessed with organization. I love this. This makes me happy. The only thing I'm missing is my hooks. So these are my little Ophire travel hooks containers, and they're beautiful. Nice leather, right? So I know I need a number 4 hook. So I'm going to go into my little stash here. Very exciting. Go through my Ophire hooks, find my number 4. 4.5. Here's my 4. So I'm going to take that and stick it down inside here, my little travel. And I'm going to bring another one because I probably need another size. Close that baby up so now they're nice and protected. This makes me so happy. Watch. And then it just, boom, goes right in there. And it actually does fit. Most excellent. No roaming through stuff. Trying to find things. It's all right here. Now, I could go even a little more crazy and grab, these were my WIP Crochet. These are great for like if you have several different colors of yarn you're using. But I could put all of it in here. And then just have my yarn come up and out through. But these guys, because the snaps are super, super strong on these guys. So I'm probably going to bring one of these as well. I have 2. So that is what I am bringing on the trip. I haven't finished my son's shirt yet. It's almost done. I might finish it. I probably am not going to bring it on the trip. I just have to like stop because we're going to be doing some excursions. So I'll probably finish it when I get back. But I am currently down to, now that I have finished this guy here, the weenie cover, right? The weenus cover. Then this was like my last WIP. Then I have to just find that blanket that I can't find. And then I'm done with WIPs. Oh my gosh. So I have to get a bunch more WIPs. So I can go WIP WIP hooray. Because some people have like 12. I think Juan, the yarn addict, said he had like 12 WIPs. I was like, oh, dude, you're kidding me. That's insane amount of WIPs. Just for fun, I might bring this guy along. I loved this yarn. I actually got it from Ophire. Ophire, it's a smaller company, so they don't have like a huge depth of products yet, but Ashley, I know because she's brilliant and she's coming up. So besides the hooks, she's coming up with some other stuff, but she did have this yarn and it was Heathered Handmaids by Confetti. So I think she was just featuring it on her website. I don't believe this is hers. Maybe it's a friend of hers or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, the brand was called heatheredhandmaids.com. And this was called the birthday yarn, birthday confetti or something like that. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I do have the 2 balls. So maybe I'll be bored one day and go, well, I really like making this scarf. I want to do something different. So I might bring little Aran yarn like this with me and just see what I can do. So I think I'm pretty much packed with my yarn, but we do have more stuff coming up this week. But I did. Yay! You guys were so great asking for all of the, some great comments came in about the hooks. Some of you have tried them, some of you have not. And I did a random, and I do mean random, I actually even found a website that does random comment picker. As a matter of fact, it's called what's it called? Pickawinner.com, .co. That's who I went with. And I put in the information on the video and it went and it randomly chose a winner. So the winner of the Ophire hook, and it is a second, I'm going to show it to you right now because we are twinsies. We both are going to have this Ophire 7 in the Peridot green. So there's mine. This is mine. And this one here, and what is the difference? we don't know. I think the label was cut off a little tiny bit across the top. That's it. That's the only problem. But, so we're going to be twinsies. This is mine. And this one is going in this wonderful little Ophire container. Boom. Pop it right in there. A little bit of padding at the bottom. Cute little padding thingy on top. This is going to Linda Jabowaski, 457. So 4527 is the end of her name. It's Linda Jabowaski, 4527. Your comment was, she said, I have one plastic hook. It's pretty, but I prefer metal ones. Oh, I loved this comment. It was so sweet. It says, I have all my metal buoys and baits hooks passed down from my mom. Also, whenever I get yarn donations, she also gets metal hooks that are donated as well. I've been really into scarfy yarns lately. A couple of months ago, Michael's had them on clearance and I bought several. One store had 2 skeins of scarfy half unwound. The manager gave them to me at $2.50 each. Nice score, Linda. Nice. Little things make me happy. I am right there with you, friend. Little things make me happy as well. So you are the winner of this Ophire Peridot number 7 Oops hook. It's going in the mail to you. I wanted to pick you before we left. So make sure that you email me. I will comment in the comments. Make sure you email me, Kimberly at knitforbrains@gmail.com, and send me your mailing address, and I will pop these in the mail to you. Hopefully I can get them to you before we leave. Or we can get this to you before we leave. Congratulations, Linda. This is going out to you. And you guys, everybody has so many great comments. And you know what? I just feel in my bones that there's going to be more giveaways coming, because I think this is like the 3rd giveaway that I've done. So anyways, this is going to Linda. All right, well, that's all I have for right now, but hopefully I'll be able to do some more unboxings before we leave, and then you'll be seeing me on the trip as well. So hang in there. Just keep a lookout for the lives, because I really don't know when they're going to happen, but I promise we're going to do some. We're going to do the very, very, very best that we can. The Brit will be right there with me doing all the good things, and then, we'll see you in the Pacific, and then we'll see you on the flip side as well. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you get all those notifications when everything's coming out. And tell your friends, send them over here, because, we love to have more friends here. I mean, it's sort of like unlimited, right? But I do try to respond to all of the comments so that we all feel like we're a small little knit group, close-knit group. Yeah, that works. All right. Thanks so much for watching. This is Kimberly with Knit for Brains. And as always, I'll see you soon.